In the second week then of the club being under interim management, what's the week been like for you and for the players?
Same as normal. We're doing everything, same routines, same sort of sessions. So we're trying to keep it as similar as possible, just to keep everything in the same sort of routines. Keep things the same, so we keep working at the things that we know works well for a Saturday and things that we need to improve on. So it's just trying to keep it as normal as possible in the circumstances, so there's kind of no excuses come Saturday.
You and Jim obviously both been players there for a little while now. What's it like having him as one of your managers?
Fine, it's the same as normal. I think all the lads respect Jim, so everyone's sort of getting their head down and just doing their work and not really questioning too much, which is good. You know what I mean? It's probably very easy if it was a different club with a different set of lads, different mentality, that people could be down in tools and sort of throwing their toys out the pram a little bit and kicking up a fuss. But all the lads have been spot on this week, just getting their heads down and working hard as always.
Are you, as the captain, being sort of kept in the loop by the owners, so to speak? Are they telling you where things are, timescale, stuff like that, or are they different, separate things?
No, no, that's nothing to do with me. I just want to keep myself to the business on the pitch and try and do that the best I can. There's no need for me to get involved with the politics. Jim's in charge with obviously Wheelie and Joe at the moment, so for me that's what matters, and giving them the respect and 100% effort is all we can sort of do as a group at the moment. So now for me, I just keep out of that. Let the club deal with that sort of side of things, and then just try to keep cracking on as normal.
You say that things are sort of the same as they were, trying to do the same routine, stuff like that. Does it feel a bit like you're in a sort of a middle ground, like you're just kind of waiting for an appointment? Like, do you want this to be resolved sooner rather than later, or is it not, or does it feel different to that?
Well, I think of course naturally you feel like you're in the middle ground, because we obviously have lost the gaffer, and we're sort of waiting for a new one to come in, because obviously inevitably there is going to be a new one coming in. But um, lads have been spot on. But we've just been cracking on with things and getting things done is how we should be. Like I said, there's no one sort of down in tools and waiting for a new gaffer to come in before the start trying again. Do you know what I mean? It's 100% effort every single day from all the lads, and I can't fault them for that.
Obviously, drew 5-5 on Saturday. Was that just one of those mad, crazy games that sometimes you get in football?
We've reviewed it, and I think it's down to us as a group. We weren't doing the things that we were supposed to be doing, out of possession, which allowed them to get counter attacks, get breakaways, 4v3s, 3v3s, and obviously they sort of capitalised on them sort of things. Maybe on another day they might not score five of them chances, but I think we have to look at ourselves, and we have to improve ourselves as a group, rather than just sort of saying, oh, it's one of them days, because for us that's not good enough.
I'm sure you're conceding more goals than you would like. So how does it make you feel as a defender to concede five in a game like on Saturday?
Well, not great. That's the third time in this season that we've conceded 5 goals away from home. So, I mean, we still have time to change things. We know it has to change. But we score five good goals as well. If we score five away from home, we should be winning the game comfortably. So, we were all working hard to try and defend better as a group. That's not just the defenders, but that's the lads in front of us as well. And I mean, they scored 2 set players on Saturday as well. Actually, 3 set plays, a penalty, and sort of 2 second phases from a free kick and a corner. So if you sort of isolate them incidents, they sort of them three are easily eradicated. Just takes a little bit more focus and concentration from us as a group. That's not solely just down to the defenders. That's everyone collectively.
I guess to that sense of things, is there things that can be worked on and to some respect fixed now, or does it need somebody permanent to stamp their way of things, so you don't end up doing something that then is undone tomorrow?
Well, no, because the way we know in which to eliminate these breakaways, mistakes, whatever you want to call them, We've been doing it for 18 months. So we're keeping things the same for the time being. So we know what our best game looks like, and we know where we need to be. You know what I mean? To sort of produce a clean sheet or produce a 2-0, 3-0 sort of win. We understand when a new manager comes in that he'll have his own way of thinking. He'll have his own part of the philosophy. So things may change. But for now, we have to just keep going with what we know, and we know where our best performance is, and we have to try and keep cracking on with that.
In terms of goals being conceded, but also helping the club in this sort of interim period, do you feel more responsibility at the minute as the captain, and how is that showing itself?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've got to try and bridge that gap between the sort of the management at the moment and the lads, and like I say, just try and keep lads on track and keep them working hard and keeping 100% that sort of attitude, which is what I'm trying to do. It's not always an easy task, like I say, but the lads we have, it's a great group. We don't have anyone that's sort of, like I said before, down tools or anything like that. Everyone's bang at it, and just looking forward to Saturday.
And after Saturday itself, obviously you just played Stockport. Does that help in terms of preparation?
Well, we know how they play. We know that our performance on the night, I think as a whole, was good. Obviously we did come out losing 2-1, but from where the performances were before that game to then the performance that we produced on that night was sort of night and day, really. So if we can sort of marry that sort of performance with a positive result, then that's what we're going to look to do.
Best of luck. Thank you, Carl.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sam?
Hi, Carl. Do you feel like that? I mean, it seems like a close group anyway, but do you feel like this sort of transitional periods that you sometimes get when you lose a manager in football, do you feel like it brings the players closer together, and there's a feeling that you need to sort of rally around each other to give yourself sort of the best chance possible of being successful?
Yeah, I think, like you said, I think it can work in two ways. It can either get everyone together, or it can start to cause rifts and start to cause problems within the camp. But on a whole, we've been good. I think it's brought everyone together, not just us, but the sort of staff that's been here all the time and are still here now. It sort of it brings us and them closer together, and we just want to try and do the best for them, to give them the best platform to manage and help us get results.
And you sort of touched on it there with the Stockport game. These next couple of games really are going to be a sort of a litmus test for the team, I guess, because on paper they're really tough in terms of whether you could actually be near the top of the table this season.
No, I agree. I think not just the next couple of games, but I think if you look at the sort of next 5-6 weeks, February and the last sort of 2 weeks of this month, I think this is the most important time of the season. Can go one or two ways. We can see it as a problem and think, we haven't got a manager in charge yet, we've got some tough games coming up, or we can see it as an opportunity to grasp it with both hands and sort of kick on and pick up points and start closing the gaps. It's that old classic of 6-pointers coming up, and we've got a hell of a lot of them, so it can go one or two ways. We've got to take the opportunity and close the gaps, and then who knows, we might be back in touch with the top three by the end of February, or if things don't go well and we don't sort of grasp it, we could be sitting at the bottom of the playoffs or even outside the playoffs. So it's about getting our mindset right and ready to really attack the next sort of 5-6 weeks and start closing that gap.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Finally, John.
Yeah, hello, Carl. It's John here from the Football League paper.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Thanks. Just first of all, just wanted to touch back on that, on the 5-5 at the weekend. How impressed were you with Jody Jones and his performance? 4 assists in one game was quite remarkable, really.
Yeah, I think that's what we expect from Jody. So there was no real surprise from us as a group. We know what he's about, and him going forward creates a lot of threat for us. And like it's shown, 4 assists is very, very good in one game. So we give him a pat on the back, and we'll say, right, do the same again this weekend.
As a team, how sort of difficult is it to get the balance between attack and defence? Because obviously, when you look at the stats, I think you're top of the goals scored, Defensively, you've let almost the most in. A few teams obviously let more in. So how difficult is it with the attacking players that you've got to try to get that balance?
Well, I think you've seen it. We've found it difficult this season to find that balance. But I think the way in which we play and the way in which we have to try and control games will help that. You know, Saturday was a little bit of a basketball game. We were giving away possession cheaply, which wasn't allowing us to get set up defensively and sort of lock in the opponents for the counter-attacks. And it just shows you if we don't do the things that we're very, very good at, then any team can hurt us on their day. So we have to keep plugging away and keep trying to work hard at that, and you know, giving the lads a license to go forward and attack and score goals, but we have to try and then transition into defence very quickly, not just as a back three, back four, back five or whatever. It's as a full 11, which we've done on occasions this season, which we've shown we can do. We just have to do it on a more regular occurrence.
How big a blow was it for you and all the rest of the players to lose Luke?
I think, well, you've seen what he's done over the last 18 months. Of course, it's been a big blow for us to lose him, but as a group we have to understand this is football. Managers come and go. Obviously, the gaffer's gone for the good reason, for him doing so well and us helping him to do so well, and he's sort of kicked on and he's taken an opportunity in his career that's very, very good for him. So now we have to just knuckle down, give Jim and the staff everything we've got until a new appointment comes in, and then we're back to working with a new appointment and trying to push on with them in charge.
And what do you feel your prospects are for the closing few months of the season? Because obviously you're still in a pretty good position at the moment to challenge for automatic or playoffs.
Like I just touched on, I think the best time to ask will be at the end of February. We're playing everyone in and around us now, so I'm seeing that as an opportunity, not a problem. If we can go on a bit of a run now and start picking up some good results and maybe go 5, 6, 7, whatever, unbeaten, then I think it's going to look a little bit better come the end of Feb. We want to close that gap on the top 3. We understand it's going to be tough, but this is the best chance to do it now when we're playing teams in and around us every single week.
Yeah. And how important is it, do you think, that the club try to appoint a new manager who has not exactly the same, but a fairly similar philosophy to Luke and the way he wanted to play?
Yeah, I think the owners are clever. Obviously Richard Montague, and they're all clever. They know what we need. They've seen the success it's had. They've got a philosophy. They know what they want from a new manager. So they're obviously not rushing things, which is a good thing. They're making sure they're going to get the right man in for the job. So, do you know what I mean? It's one of them things. Up until then, we have to just keep plugging away on the pitch and doing what we can to pick up results, and then we'll sort of cross that bridge when it comes to it.